Okay, hello everyone. This is Futurecast number one. I think I'll do a little music there as an intro. Really just testing this out today, but this is going to be Futurecast number one. And you are now on the Future Vision channel, and my name is John Freeman. And I wanted to take today as our first Futurecast to kind of give you some information about what Future Vision is and who I am and what we're trying to do with this channel. Basically, Future Vision is a channel on Facebook that or it's a page on Facebook that I have a lot of people in my past, professionals, music producers, musicians, people who do graphic arts. In my case, I used to be a musician. I joined several bands years ago, played all over the Southeast, and but I got into music technology when I moved to Nashville a long time ago now. Excuse me. And I got around some engineers when I was doing a development deal, and they taught me some software at the time. Now, you got to understand, this was early 2000s, and you know how this was. There was a lot of music software out starting in the mid 90s, really before that, all the way back in the 80s, but it didn't really get to prominence until later on. And they kind of taught me some tricks, and I'd spent a lot of money doing a demo. And to be honest with you, it's like just like this channel. Hopefully, I can help you, um, with that kind of thinking process. And most of the friends that I have, we have a Future Vision group, which you can join. It is a paid group. We do that to kind of keep out all the knuckleheads, people that put crass opinions and things like that. We don't really want that. What we want is a place to go for you to learn what you need to know to do video work, to set up your studio like I have in the back. Of course, I have some things, set up for a next shot that I'm going to do pretty soon here. Video teaching, anything that we can do. We do a podcast. This is our live podcast, Future Vision. And so that's really the purpose of Future Vision, is to teach, a person like yourself. You could be a business person. You don't have to be a musician or a videographer or a producer like myself. You may be just a business that wants to learn how to use something as simple as, hey, I just want to use my iPhone or a Google, phone or any other, Samsung phone or whatever it is, and I just want to do good videos and I want to project myself, out there. Now we use the Facebook platform because I've used other platforms and I'm using YouTube. I actually have YouTube embedded into this channel, into this page right now. But what I've found is that you can have a website on one end, you can have your Google account, you can have a Vimeo video account, and you have all these accounts spread out. And I have found a way through some companies and some other people that I trust, a way to put everything on Facebook. Most people, most of your friends are on Facebook. It's an easy way to, get in touch with everyone at the same time. If you're doing a podcast or video cast like this, and you can talk about your product or your service. Just let me show you the page just to kind of give you an overview here. You may be on the page already, or you may be watching this on YouTube, but let me do a little screen share here. I want to show you what's going on. Okay. So here we go. Let's get up to here we go. Now this is where we are right now, and you're actually watching me live. Now I have this embedded into my particular page. This is the Future Vision page on Facebook. Just to show you kind of what's going on here. Make that a little bit larger. There we go. Okay, this is the Future Vision page. And just to let you know a little bit about me and the overview of the page. This is where we're located. We're located here in Holcomb, Mississippi. And as far as our info goes, we are an arts and entertainment page, but we do marketing, consulting. We do broadcasts. I do a lot of live streaming broadcasts. I do, local sports. local commercials, and I've done regional work. I have a pastor that we've taken his particular program to the national stage on the NRB network. We did this a couple of years ago, and all that went well. But what we found out is that he actually got more exposure by using Facebook and social media than he did on the national program, because in a national program you have to do a lot of advertising and you have to get your name out. Now, we could have done that through social media and pushed everybody to the particular, station, which we did. On direct TV at the time. But what we found is that we could get our message directly to the people that we were talking to straight on Facebook. And this is a page that is set up for that very thing. Um, as far as here's a description of what we do. Future Vision helps businesses and individuals promote their products and services to the social media marketplace. And I've been doing this and kind of set up my business since June of 2012. Um, as far as my personal services, just to kind of give you an idea of what I do, I'm pretty expensive as far as um, if I have to go out locally and do a session, shoot something for someone, perhaps a trade show, doing commercials and things. It's pretty expensive. 250 bucks an hour, and I do one-on-one, 1 hour consulting. And I actually have a section here on the page where you can go to that one-on-one. Now it's going to cost you, and I'm not a cheap person, because I've paid my dues in the past, and trust me, I've done enough free things. But this page is not about sticking it to you or charging a lot of money. Uh, I'm going to give you a lot of free information. Um, we also do live streaming, like I said. That's just to kind of give you an idea of my personal services. Now, as far as what I'm trying to teach on this particular page is how you, as an individual or a musician, can take your vision. That's why I call it Future Vision. Take your music, take your product or service, and put it out there like I'm putting this out to the social media marketplace, especially on Facebook. Just for an example, instead of a blog site, having a separate blog site that I have to link in, I just use Facebook Notes. As you can see, I've had a couple of notes here. Here's a particular one, the future is now, musicians and video producers, for musicians and video producers. So that's kind of taking the place of my blog site. Um, I have a giveaway. I haven't set up any giveaways yet, but I will set them up pretty soon. And of course, you're on this page right now, the Futurecast, which is right here, and it's going live to you. I also have a podcast. It's a radio podcast, and I haven't set that up yet, but I'm in the process of setting that up right now. And then, of course, like I said, I have a one-on-one page. And the nice thing about this is that everything is on the same Future Vision page on my Facebook account. Um, so that just gives you an idea of what you can do all on one page. And the nice thing about that is, let me also go to this. This is also the members area of Future Vision. And this is what you would get if you signed up into the group. And you notice that I have a video. The video is playing in the background, and this would be my welcome video of what's going on. This is how to get to the Futurecast, which you're watching right now, and how to enter the group. That particular group, like I say, it costs a little money to get in that group. It's not a lot of money. I think I'd do it for $1 for a month. $1 for a month. You can check it out. And if it's something that you're interested in, hey, great. That's fantastic. And then after that, it's $9.99 a month. And basically what that entails is this. I'll just give you an idea about that particular group. So let's see. Actually, you know what? Let's go here. And here's my future vision group. Excuse me. The members that I have, I'm just kind of show you what kind of people that we have. I'm a manager producer here at Future Vision. You have Autumn Lynn. Autumn Lynn is a fantastic photographer. She works for H&R Services at Trinet. Any kind of photography question she can answer. Linda Smith Leslie, I went to high school with her. She's the VP and creative director at the Serlo Agency in Jackson, Mississippi. Brian Graves, I played in a group with him, all the way back to 1984. And he is an engineer, producer at Grave Danger Productions. He's a fantastic musician and a fantastic producer down in Mobile, Alabama. Uh, this is DC. He goes by Don Terrius Calhoun on Facebook. It's pretty funny. DC is one of the best graphic artists, and you'll notice his artwork here. He did this his self portraiture, I guess you could say. But he's a fantastic graphic artist. Sasha Shockey, she's a producer in Boston, and she's actually my first cousin, which is pretty fantastic. Shannon Stedham is a drum. He's a drummer from the past, and he's a very professional drummer at that. Anyways, you get the idea. I've got a lot of people that are part of this group, and they have certain skills in music, in producing, in writing, in graphic arts. And this is the closed group that you can join, like I say, for $1. Anyways, enough of that. So, what did I want to show you today? Well, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the iPhone 7 and how the iPhone in particular is going to change and it has already changed everything. So, let me get back into the actual shot here. So, what do I mean by that? Well, I mean, your basic iPhone, right? This is an iPhone 6 Plus. The thing about it is, when I do my live streaming, right now I'm using a camera like this, okay, a Sony Nextcam, and it's a great cam. It's a great small camera. I mean, that's the reason. One of the main reasons why I got it. It's a small camera, easier to tote around and set up. You can plug in your XLR mics and get your feed. And of course, I get a radio feed. Usually, if I'm doing sports, I'm getting a radio feed from a local radio station, and they're doing their part of the broadcast. I'm piping that into my camera and straight out to my live stream feed. Uh, Pretty similar to the way that I'm doing this cast. And I'm using an encoder. I'm using a Teradek encoder, a Video Pro, and this is a great encoder because it's small and compact. Like I say, I can set this on top of the camera, lock it down, and I am mobile, producing my video. So that's kind of the way it's been since 2012. You had to have some kind of encoder. Actually, when I started, I used a small computer, just a small laptop. I had to set the laptop in between my tripod to hold it in place. I had another camera that was actually bigger than this, a lot heavier. And I had to connect that camera into the computer to get my audio and everything out like I'm doing right now. But now, and I guarantee you by next year, and this is one of the things that I'm going to teach in a series, you're going to be able to use your phone. Why? Because the new iPhone 7, well, let me just show you. We'll take a look. I'm sure you've already seen it, but hey, it's worth looking at again. So we'll go back to the screen share here. Let's go to and of course, Apple, what's going to pop up. Hey, this site can't be reached. Wonder what's going on with that. Well, let's try. There we go. No. Yeah, for whatever reason. Well, what do you know? They must be down. Yeah, let's try this. Here we go. Hmm. Interesting. All right. You know what? There's more than one way to skin a cat, as they say. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, here we go. Get the Apple Watch. Let's try. All right, here we go. There's a little Forbes content. Yeah, it's just a little bit slow today. There we go. Okay. So you know the deal with the iPhone 7. See if it actually shows a couple of pictures. All right. Well, you know what? That's okay. Let's just let's just look at it like this. Let me just come back. Like I say, this is a more of a test for the first program. So, anyways, all right. So you got your basic iPhone. This is an iPhone 6 Plus. On the new iPhone 7, there are two cameras now, and the two lenses. One is a telephoto lens, and one is the regular lens. Um, I haven't looked at all the specs on it yet. I hope to do a review of it pretty soon. But the main part is that you can use the iPhone as your streaming camera, and that's the main thing I want to talk to most of you about. Because if you go to your camera, what most people don't realize, even on their video, is that you can zoom in if you pinch and zoom. And when you do that, you'll have a little, here you go, little icon that allows you to zoom in, zoom out. Now, why is that important? Because if I'm filming something and I want to zoom in, say it's sports or it's an event, or you got a friend in the back who's doing your show, you can actually zoom in, zoom out. Most of you may know this, but it's the small things like that. The fact that you can go to Facebook Live and turn the camera on your phone with a little bit of preparation and planning, you can use that phone that's going to give you a great, at least 720, especially when you're going to Facebook or YouTube Live. And I mean, it can't get much better than that. So we're talking about going from this and going to this. The only thing that you need is a way to get your audio professionally, like say I'm doing right now, into your iPhone. And um, there's a lot of interfaces. I had an earlier interface with the C, a little smaller, iPhone that you could actually insert, and you had a couple of microphones, and you got your audio into your phone. The only thing with that was, and this was a couple of years ago now. I think it was a product from Fostex. Is that you had to then take your phone, plug it into your computer, take it out of iTunes, and then send the video out, which you can do. And I will show you that, how you can do that. But with streaming, um, I actually use a program from Teradek. It's called Live to Air. And Live to Air, just to kind of show you, will allow you to, there you go. It will allow you to set up your shots, commercials. If you're a musician and you want to do say some pre-music before your show, and you want to stream live, you want to stream your event live, then you can do that with Live to Air. It's a fantastic product. I will tell you there are a couple of things that you need to do to set it up. The great thing about it is that you can use the camera in an iPad as your main camera if you don't have, another camera. Now, this particular encoder, the Teradek Video, will show up in Live to Air as a camera source. So you can add a camera like this or a smaller webcam, whatever you have, a GoPro, anything with an HDMI is what this takes. So you're going to plug your HDMI straight into your camera, and this Live to Air app is going to see that camera. You notice right here I have Video Pro at the bottom there, stream unavailable. That's where that camera shot actually goes. So then you can use this app to broadcast. Now, I've already been testing this particular app, and I can use this app with the camera on the iPad Pro as my main camera and stream at 720p. My source can be 1080, but it's going to down convert to 720. It's just the limitations that you have when you're live streaming. And that's just now. I mean, they're going to change that. We've got 4K cameras. We've got, a lot of stuff coming out. But what's going on is it's so much information. You're going to have larger computers to get that going. So like I say, the Future Vision site is really about trying to get a person who's just starting out. And, hopefully I can teach you, or you can take the information from the other people like in the group, because I'm going to have a lot of those people as guests to talk about their particular profession, what they do, what they understand, and use that so that you can use that to broadcast your product or service. Say you are a singer and you've watched a lot of singers on YouTube. You kind of have an idea of how you want to, your style and what you want to do, but maybe all of this in the background is just a little too much. The technical side is just too much. So you could spend a lot of money on a person like me who's going to walk you through every little aspect, every little plug-in, every encoder, what type of camera to use. I could do all that for you, and you're going to spend a lot of money. But if you use a little planning and use some of the techniques and things that I teach you and that you could learn on our Future Vision group, you can use something like this, your phone. Or you could have a friend use your phone and make it look just as professional as some of the things that you see, on TV, on some of the videos that you've seen. This set, this is my normal, since I'm doing a Futurecast, it's not really set up. I've got a few lights on, but I'm going to teach you hopefully some lighting techniques, just some basics. Again, you can use Facebook to get your message out as a singer. So, okay, here we go with that scenario again. You're the singer, your style, but maybe you have a little problem with, how do I shoot with my camera? How do I do a Facebook Live post and make it look like it's not me just being silly because I want to get my message across? Unless you want to be silly, that's fine. If you want to be comedic and all that, that's fine too. As long as it's planned. If it's not planned, then some people are going to like what you do, and then others maybe just kind of bored with it. There's an old saying that we used to have when we did videos and things. You either want people to love you, love what you do, or to hate what you do. because if they love what you do, they're going to talk about it. If they hate what you do, they're going to talk about it. You know, that's just the way it is. If you want to get more likes and more people watching your videos, then you're going to have to plan out what you want to do. So that's, like I say, that's a little bit about the site. I'm just kind of giving you just a little overview. But like I say, the main thing I wanted to talk about was that you can use your phone. And there are many videos on YouTube that tell you how to use your phone and all that. But what I'd like is for you to be able to come to the group, the Future Vision group on Future Vision here on Facebook, and be able to ask those questions without having to go, okay, I got to go search on YouTube now, and then I got to go do this. Well, now I'm kind of tired, and I don't feel like I'm doing anything with, say you are a singer and you're trying to sing. You've got maybe some software, some basic software, and you're trying to sing and create a song. And then you're thinking about, oh, I got to do this now. I got to make a video, and then after I make a video, I've got to do, type a blog, and after I've typed the blog, well, then I've got to, upload the video, and you've kind of lost your train of thought, and you're not really entertaining those people or gaining those people that you want to gain as future fans. So that's what Future Vision is about. Just want to do a quick hangout here on the Futurecast and just kind of let you know what we're about. And hopefully starting next week, I'm going to have a live guest. If I don't have a live guest, then I will pick out a particular thing that I want to show you technologically in order to help you. It'll be just a quick, short, easy thing to do, something maybe you hadn't thought about before. Maybe it's something that you've seen before. But again, my hope is that the Future Vision site on Facebook will give you all the tools that you need. And like I say, if you need help, and you're like, yeah, I'm all about, I'd really like to do a setup. I want a stage setup. I want to know how to do lighting. I want to do all that stuff. I do have one-on-one sessions, like I said, um, just to show you again. On the Future Vision site, you can go to one-on-one. Like I say, in Facebook, Future Vision. That's all you got to type in, www.facebook.com, Future Vision. And that's FUTUREVZN. And when you go to the one-on-one tab down here, then you will see one-on-one live training. And if that's something you're interested in, you can read all about it. There's actually going to be a promo video here that will tell you everything you need to know. So, again, I'm John Freeman, and this site is Future Vision. And I really appreciate you watching. And like I say, if you need any information and you'd like to know more about it, just go to facebook.com/futurevision, FUTUREVZN. That's facebook.com/futurevision. And hopefully we can help you with your product, service, or question that you might have. So I'm going to end this session. Thanks a lot. This is our first Futurecast, and we'll see you next time.